Hello everyone, hope everyone is alright and sorry for the long break in making videos. I just wasn't so much into making them lately. I'm actually in Finland and I have been here for the last month and a half working on a long documentary project, and besides that just enjoying nature and peace and quiet. But a lot of things have been happening, I know. I interviewed some people here about what they think of Finland joining NATO, and most of them are actually supportive of that, with some reservations, and some don't really know.
I'm so young, I don't really know much about it. I mean, I don't have a strong opinion on it.
I'm not sure yet. Is it good or not? Um, well, good things. We have alliance now in NATO, and we are not alone with Russia.
I don't think it's gonna change anything, but it's a good anyway. Yeah.
It's a little bit risky because, well, we might be now target because Russia is our neighbor country, so they don't like it. I think so.
I don't know. I think it's good. We get a little bit security from NATO, but I hope that it doesn't change things too much. I don't want, for example, Americans coming here with their weapons on the border of Russia and Finland.
Well, of course, there are going to be American bases and all that. Now, Finland, of course, has a complicated history with Russia. It's not as bad as the Ukraine, but they did belong to the Russian Empire for over a century. Some level of independence, but of course not total independence. And then they were able to gain the independence after the 1917 revolution in Russia, but then they had their own civil war in 1918 of the Reds against the Whites. And luckily here, contrary to what happened in Russia, the Whites won, and Finland didn't become a communist or part of the Soviet Union. Nevertheless, they did have two wars with Soviet Russia after independence, the first one in 1939 and the second in 1942. And you can say they won the first one, the Winter War, and lost the second, the Continuation War. So there is still some territory in the Karelia region that might be in dispute. So if there's a place where NATO might try to stoke a war, watch for that spot. In any case, they did have a good, or at least not hostile, relations with Russia before the war in Ukraine. So this is something very recent. But so far, I don't think there's much chance of a war between Russia and Finland. Although, of course, these days, one never knows. I hope not. I really like Finland.